Alright, e-commerce brand owners, here are your New Year's resolutions. You want to launch a new product, retain your current customer base, grow 50% bigger, and reduce your margins. Great. The problem is you'll probably fail. I know you've probably heard failure statistics countless times from doubting friends, family, citing how after 5 years, only 30% of businesses still exist, and among that 30%, most are barely getting by. Whatever. Bullshit. If you're still watching this, you might be in that successful 30%, at least for now. But you also know that to stay at the top, you need to be constantly evolving. You need to be constantly improving your business, otherwise you'll die out. It's just that simple. We all know how it works. So let's get to how we're going to avoid failure. The only way to do it, at least in e-commerce, is to make more sales. That's it. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, because if you are not making sales, you are dying. Most brand owners simply don't understand how to do this, or they're just not good enough at it. By the end of this video, you'll be a part of the few who do understand exactly what they need to do to make more sales. So how? Let's break it down. Who is easier to sell to? Someone who just found your brand last week, or someone who has bought from you before? The correct answer is the person who's bought from you before. There is a psychological law that demands that the brain be consistent and loyal with its previous action. So when someone buys a product from you, you're going to be the first brand they think about when they or someone they know wants to buy the same thing. So if you sell t-shirts and someone buys your t-shirt and they like your t-shirt, if they need to buy a t-shirt again, they're going to come to you to buy that t-shirt. If someone else mentions they need to buy a t-shirt, they may recommend your brand to them, right? So someone who's never really bought from you before won't have this type of brand loyalty. So that's what we're trying to get. Now that we've outlined who we want to be selling to, we run into an issue though. There are only so many people who have bought from you before, and to hit your sales goals with only those people, they will need to spend so much money that it's not even worth calculating. So how do we fix this? The answer is the same as before. Make more sales. So how do we dramatically increase sales after we've already exhausted our list of previous customers that we can sell to again? The way is to get more people to be previous customers as fast as possible. In other words, get the initial sale made as fast as possible so that we gain a psychological advantage over the customer and are able to bring in money from them over a longer period of time. The reason this is guaranteed to raise LTV is because of the strategies I'll be going through in a few minutes, so be sure to stick around. We want to accelerate the journey from someone seeing your Facebook ad or your TikTok video to buying a product from you so that we build the list of previous customers as fast as possible, because those people are the backbone of your brand. Those are the people who spread your name through word of mouth, who buy your stuff as gifts for their friends and family, and who come back month after month to support you. You're probably asking how? Like, it's not just as easy as sell more, right? Yes, you're right. There are things you still need to do, but they aren't that hard. Not as hard as you'd think for the payout that you'll get over the following months, years, and hopefully decades by building a group of dedicated customers. What you're going to do is set up a nurture system using the beautiful technology of email. Before you say anything, email is not dead. No, it's not outdated, and it's not a waste of time. Let me show you why. You likely have an email list of customers who have bought from you, maybe who they've signed up to your email list and haven't bought from you, whatever. You're likely underusing your list. What you need to know is your customers by the stage of the funnel that they're at. This way, when someone abandons their checkout, when someone adds an item to their cart, or when someone purchases a certain dollar amount within a given time period, you have that stat. You know who is who, and you can target them effectively. So with this information, you can now set up automated and custom emails that are sent to these people depending on what activity they were just engaging in. So if someone added items to their cart and left your site, they get an email asking them if they forgot to check out, with the items in their cart clearly visible in the email. Someone just signed up to your email list, they get sent through a sequence of automated emails introducing them to the brand, offering a discount. Basically, you can do anything you want. You can talk about the founder's story. You can do a ton of things. You can do like 6 emails in a sequence for your welcome. You can do 20 if you want. Maybe don't do 20, but you get the idea. So we want people in the door as fast as possible. That's why we send these emails right away, just so that we can kickstart the journey to lifetime customer. Also, by intervening at every point that a sale is potentially lost, or by simply increasing the odds of a sale at every interaction with a potential customer, you can explode your revenue. This is an insane number that you might need to Google to believe, but email marketing efforts have an average return on ad spend of 36. So 36 to 1 return on your money. And that's a conservative number for the industry. I've seen people have stats of like 40, 44, and they're just on Google. Like, you can see these. They're very common statistics. So let me give you another crazy number. E-com brands who have their email systems set up make 30% of their revenue through email alone. If you're doing nothing or very little with email, that could mean up to a 50% increase in revenue for your brand just from people clicking on your emails. So if you're making $1 million a year in revenue, setting up your email system effectively could bring you to 1.5 million just by adding your email systems. Insane. Imagine the growth you could accomplish if you just had if you had that much more money to throw at building your systems or improving your product, your website, anything else, anything in your business. It's like an extra $500,000 a year. So let's get into how you can do this. We're going to go through everything here. So most brands' problems with their email systems start right on their website. They usually have one of the following issues, if not multiple. Their pop-up has a bad offer and doesn't incentivize signups. Their welcome email is poorly designed and doesn't sell, or they don't even have a welcome email, or they just don't have a pop-up. The first step in driving 30% of your revenue through email is fixing your pop-up issues. You need to have a good offer that incentivizes the shopper to give you their email and phone number, and then send them through a well-designed and well-written sequence of welcome emails that introduce your brand and sell to them so that they're converted from a non-buyer to a previous buyer as fast as possible. Because remember, we have the most leverage over previous buyers, and these are the people who will make your brand last, purchasing you month after month, year after year. Alongside the welcome sequence, or flow as we call it, you'll need a few other flows that plug up the holes in your funnel. So these are abandoned cart and checkout, site and browse abandonment, post-purchase, and customer win-back. What you're doing with each of these is waiting for specific exit behavior from your potential customer. Each of these columns of bubbles is a series of emails that get sent to someone after they exhibit a specific behavior on your site. So the goal is to cover all your bases so that no matter what you do or what they do, you're always able to target them accurately and up your odds of making a sale on every customer. So I'll give you an example here. Let's say someone goes on your site and clicks on a few products but doesn't add anything to their cart and then leaves the site. You can actually send them an email, as long as you have their email address, within a few hours of them leaving, that says something like, see something you like, and then show images of the product they viewed. You can also push a discount code if you're running one, or remind them to use their discount code that they got in their welcome series on the products that they looked at. So here's an example from the brand Fry. This is not one that we personally designed, but it is just an example I stole from Google for the sake of the video. So someone was looking at this shoe and they left the website and then got this email from Fry. So this increases your odds of sales by a number that would genuinely surprise you. It varies, bounces brand to brand, but by not having this, you're 100% guaranteed to lose every sale. If you have this in place, you're scraping back money that you would have lost originally. So to help you visualize how effective this is, I want you to think of a physical pipe or tunnel. At the entrance is an uninterested person, and at the end is a happy customer. By not having ways to constantly recover sales from the people leaving your website, you have cracks in the pipe. You end up wasting money in marketing because you have to compensate for all the sales that are being lost somewhere along the journey of stranger to buyer. Imagine spending all that money on acquiring new interest with paid ads, only for tens of thousands of dollars to slip through the cracks every month without you even knowing. As a brand owner or marketing director, I think it's irresponsible to leave your pipeline in such poor shape. Your employees and customers are relying on you to survive, and by letting yourself fall into the majority that don't make it, you're not only failing yourself, you're failing them as well. So how do we actually implement these strategies? There are a few great tools, but for e-commerce, Klaviyo remains the best option and the most popular. You get access to so much data that you can use to get the targeting power of paid ads without paying a dime. what you're paying to send emails, but it's very, very, very cheap. As I mentioned, it's a 36 to 1 return on your money. So basically free. Like it's negligible, right? Especially compared to Facebook, where like if you're getting a 2 or a 3 return on ad spend, that's amazing. Email 36. It links to, so Klaviyo links to all the big e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Squarespace, Wix, and more. And all you have to do is link up your Klaviyo and e-commerce account to get work, and then get to work in Figma and Google Docs to cook up your campaigns and flows. So for Shopify, at least, all it takes is going into your Shopify app store, searching Klaviyo, pressing install, and then logging into Klaviyo. That's it. Super simple setup. If you'd like to skip all the extra work it takes to set this up, so your account and all of your email flows and systems, and then start generating at least 10% of your revenue through your own custom email system in the next 60 days, you can click the link in the description and book a call with me and my team. We'll get an idea of where you're at and then move forward with custom solutions for you, completely tailored for you. We are daily looking for brands doing over $1 million a year, but if you're not quite there yet, still book a call because we might be able to help you get to that 7-figure mark and beyond. Good luck to all of you. It's going to be a big year. Peace.